morning, evening, or night. I am Torstein from Cinema Terror, and if you enjoy supernatural horror films that are based on true events, then stay tuned for this review of the new Spanish film called Veronica. Veronica is a 15-year-old girl who is growing up in a household where she has to spend most of her time supporting her mother by looking after her 3 younger siblings, due to her mother being forced to work around the clock to keep a roof over their head after Veronica's dad passed away. When a solar eclipse is about to happen, Veronica and 2 of her friends skip school to go and play with an Ouija board. Veronica is hoping they will be able to contact her deceased father, but when the eclipse starts, something goes severely wrong with the Ouija session, and Veronica becomes haunted by demonic, shadowy figures that she believes is coming after her and her family. Veronica starts out telling us that this is a film based on true events. That's become pretty much the norm when it comes to movies like this by now, and at least I hardly give it any attention at all. But something about this story and the way the movie handled the material sparked my interest, and I did find myself googling around for more information regarding the allegedly true case after watching the film. And that does say something about the story, as it was interesting to sit through and watch, even if I must admit that I have become a bit tired of films with haunted houses by now. Oh, and if reading about these types of real-life cases is your thing, then definitely go searching for information regarding this case, which happened in Madrid in 1991, and became the first paranormal case in Spain that was witnessed by government authorities. Be warned though, if you're one of those who hate that movies make changes from the story they are based on, then perhaps it's better to not read anything about the case, at least not before you watch the film. Most of the interest has to do with the way the material was handled, and some of that praise has to go to the one in the director's share, which is none other than Paco Plaza, who together with Jaime Balaguero created the REC series. Although it is hard for me to pinpoint exactly why, Veronica has a feel to it that it could belong in the REC series, and I even at one point started to run that thought in my mind during the film, coming up with theories for how it could have been connected to the zombie virus outbreak films. But just to be clear, they are totally unrelated to each other, and this was just a thought that popped up in my head. To make a film like Veronica work, you have to be able to create great scares and tension. Plaza and his crew was able to give me some moments where I was feeling the goosebumps arrive, but it never got to the level where I would rather sleep with the lights on than off. It feels very influenced by the Insidious and Conjuring movies, even taking the shadow movements that the nun does in The Conjuring 2. I wish they hadn't done that, or had just done it once, as it doesn't really work here. Something feels off and unconvincing about the demon entity as a whole, and that does not help when you want your audience to be frightened by it. The atmosphere and look of the film, plus the way they made sure that the audience was reminded of this being based on a true story, does all help to get under your skin, so in total if you find yourself often scared by movies like this, then Veronica might just do it for you. I must say that I did not love the music used in the film though. I found that some of it just took me out of the scenes instead of improving the experience. It's not a big issue, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. We spend nearly the entire film with the main character, Veronica, played by newcomer Sandra Escacena. She does an excellent job, especially as this is her very first movie. She comes off as a believable and sympathetic 15-year-old, and you do feel for her and the struggle she is put through. Veronica is another new Spanish horror film that are well worth seeing. I don't think I'm upsetting anybody by saying that Spain is really running the horror genre over here in Europe these days, and I'm sure they have more to come for us in the future. Veronica might not be the most unique film that has come out of the lovely but way too warm country, but it keeps your interest going from start to finish, has engaging characters, some nice scares, and is overall a good time. It does not quite go all the way up to greatness, but it is still a film worth checking out for anyone who enjoys these types of horror films. Veronica gets a 3.5 out of 5. Have you seen this film yet? How do you feel about it, and how do you think it holds up against the more popular modern American films that deal with evil ghosts or demonic entities? Did you notice the clever homage to Who Can Kill a Child in it? Let me know about it in the comment section below, check out my other videos if you enjoy reviews of Euro horror, and I hope to see you back here again on my future videos. Thank you.